banks, when you buy land, and when you're building a house. This is going to be a journey for you if you one day want to walk it, just to advise you and show you the ills, the heartbreaks, the times when I'm going to be frustrated, and also who some of the best suppliers in South Africa to work with are. So, let's go. A round table with Faith Mangope's show. And you can't not mention it because I'm seeing so much. I'm seeing all the parties represented that you're going to be voting for, choosing between. All of them lined up. Their leaders are coming on, and they're going to be having discussions that I'm hoping are going to assist and help you in being able to choose whom it is. Faith is going to be coming up between 7 and 9 o'clock, so we'll have a word with her, and she'll tell us exactly what it is going to be happening. But it's a round table of political parties sitting and speaking. What I'm thinking is going to be their manifestos, putting them to you with Faith Mangope. That's going to be happening from 7 o'clock. So do join them. 10 after the hour, 6 on the Mighty Metro FM. Hey, happy holiday. How are you feeling? Malcolm, are you good?
Yep.
How are you enjoying this? Do you even know what holiday it is?
Women rights, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kulma Mikey.
Women rights.
Oh, okay. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I did.
Well, I mean, you are of age to actually enjoy it. Do you know that there are people that didn't get to enjoy it as what you do?
Yeah,
there are people that had their lives shortchanged, and that's what amongst those things that we celebrate today.
Yep.
One such person is the focus of our conversation today, because on a Throwback Thursday, we tell stories. We're going to be telling a story that needed to be told many years ago. There are so many South Africans that you hear tell stories of, hey, mina bengintwe mbunge mina bona if bengasi apartheid, mina kube ngidlale nabo marathon, and we laugh at it and we think, whatever. But there's truth in some of those stories. Because South Africans were shortchanged because apartheid didn't allow us to be our greatest selves. The man we're going to be talking to today is exactly that. He had his life shortchanged because he was born in the wrong time. So when you sit there and you don't take full advantage of who and where we are right now with the freedoms we enjoy, remember that there are people like Theo Manama who you might not know who he is today, but by the end of this show, not only will you know who he is, but you'll realize that you can do better in exploiting and taking full advantage of the freedoms you have. Because Theo didn't have that chance.
Zero understand that being an entrepreneur isn't easy. They know it takes resilience to build and sustain a business. Tune in to the Touchdown this week as I talk to the Zero team to share insight and advice on how to get paid faster, have confidence in your numbers, and automate tasks. The series of interviews will highlight how Zero take care of the numbers so you can focus on growing your business. Each day, a different expert will share insights and practical advice for any self-made business. Zero, accounting software for your self-made business.
Here comes that Easter mood again. That room for extra savings that only Macro can add. Use your Macro credit in-store or online to get your Easter goodies. That's 24/7 shopping convenience with more time to pay. Don't have a card? Apply in-store or online today. So, if you're in the mood for big savings, then someone's in a Macro mood. T's and C's apply. Macro credit is powered by RCS, a registered credit and authorized FSP.
Here's to the next 30 years of innovation with Vodacom. Get the new epic Samsung Galaxy S23 FE on a 2.4 gig red core plan for just 649 Rand per month over 36 months and capture stunning shots day and night. Plus, enhance with smart tech. Add a Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 Bluetooth for only 69 Rand per month over 36 months. Available in-store and online. T's and C's apply. Further together. Vodacom.
Celebrating 30 years of freedom and democracy.
That gift gave me power because I didn't have to work like my mother as a domestic servant.
Celebrating 30 years of freedom and democracy with the hottest beats on Metro FM. Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sports.
It's exactly 14 after the hour 6 on the Mighty Metro FM. Thank you so much to Touch and the team. They do it again tomorrow between 3 and 6. At the moment, it's Sports Night Amplified with Andile on the Mighty Metro FM. And sitting across from me, I have the privilege of hosting greatness. I have the privilege of hosting a man that, you know, if it wasn't for the times we're from, there'd probably be a statue of him somewhere around the world. But nonetheless, today, you know, I might not be building you a statue, but I can give you your flowers. They might not be physical, but South Africa needs to know about you. Tatamanyam, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
No, today I'm good today. Today I'm good.
Yeah.
From Zanini to the world.
Yeah.
Here?
Yes.
But Tatamanyam, you know, I've known of your story for a while. Because I'm in sports, obviously, you know. So I've followed your story for a while, and I've known about this man from Tzaneen who's hung with the likes of Tiger Woods, you know, who some say could have even been better than Gary Player if he was allowed to play. And then I looked at where you're from. I've never seen, you know, Tzaneen in its entirety. I can't say I know the whole of Tzaneen, but I looked at Tzaneen and I said, no, man, where was this man learning how to hit golf balls here? Where did it all start for you?
Well, my parents moved away from Tzaneen to Johannesburg, Alexandra Township.
Yes.
That's right. So now I went to school there, Pulusho Community School. And what was surprising to me, it was all my schoolmates, come the weekend, I never saw them. They've gone missing.
Heaven.
And then during the week, I get to talk to them and say, hey guys, what happens, man? Where do you go over the weekends? They say, no, we are caddies. I said,
okay.
Caddy?
This is in high school now?
No, still lower primary.
Lower primary?
Yeah.
So how old is that? 13, 14?
I started at 12.
12 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they say they're caddies, and then
So
what happens from there?
they caddies, and they tell me about the golf bag and what they're going to carry the golf bag, how much they get when the round is finished. And I thought, hey, man, guys, can I join you? Because this sounds very well. I'll help my mom not to, to give me the 5 cents for fat cakes during the break at school, so I can come with that. So anyhow, then I started caddying.
Before they told you and you went to caddy, what did you even know about golf?
Nothing whatsoever. And I can tell you now, as you are caddies, it's whether they give you numbers, there will be a caddy master, the man who's in charge for the caddies. So whether he gives you numbers or you stand on a queue, and every time a player comes in, then they push one caddy out. Every time it came my turn, I went backwards. I was scared, just really scared. And one Saturday, obviously, it was so packed at the golf course that
you couldn't just disappear.
There was no way. I had to. But the player himself, he complained to the caddy master. He says, hey, caddy master, this is a pickaninny, man. He won't make it. So the caddy master says, well, unfortunately, what you see is what you get.
And the bags are not light.
Oh, they're not light.
And you're 12 years old. It's probably the bag is probably a little bit taller than you.
It was, especially with the woods, the ones that you hit feather with
the drives,
the driver and the 3 woods, they're taller. So, they stick out above me.
But so, do they teach you what is what? In terms of your putting and your drivers and your woods, because when I'm playing and I say, hey, give me my 6 there, do they teach you all of that before they throw you in there?
They don't, because what happened then, I started asking the players that I usually carry for. It's a different one from Saturday to Sunday, and every time they give me a stick. And we had Weinberg, we call it Mujeri in Alexandra. So that's why I started hitting there. For some reason which I didn't know, they thought I was bloody good. Because
you just picked up this thing and you're hitting these balls and they said, hey, you're good.
And the players...
What year? Hold on. I want us to be, cognizant of this timeline. What year are we at here?
What year we at? You're going to have to help me out. I'm 81 now. I was born on the 1st of January, 1943. So you go to the calculation.
So this is 1956?
Yeah.
Because you're 12, 13?
Yes.
1956?
Yeah.
Yo, okay. What is South Africa like in let's take away you caddying in the Gulf.
Yes.
You're living in Alex at the time.
Yes.
What is the socio-economic stature of South Africa? What is South Africa like at that time? How would you describe the state of the country in 1956?
Maybe I was too young to realize most of the faults that are happening. The golf course as a caddy, how we were treated, there's 18 holes to be played. So when you play, you finish 9, we go to what we call a halfway house, where the player will ask you, what would you like to have? The good ones ask you, others are just buying you a sandwich, and then, but sandwich was not good enough for us because it didn't fill up the stomach. So we would go have a loaf of bread and a Coke, and dip the Coke inside the bread, to make it a little bit wet, and you finish.
Oh, what? You do it? You dip so can you cook afung?
So then at least it can go through your throat, and and then there's maybe some peanuts as well there. So that was the life. Monday to Friday, school. Saturday, Sunday, caddying. Yeah, and every time I come back, Saturday, Sunday.
Are there any black golfers? Is there anybody playing that's black?
No chance. No chance.
What do you mean?
That never happened.
No black person is playing golf.
No.
You can only work for the white people playing golf.
You can only, and work here, mostly the best job would be a caddy. But play golf, no. Okay, like I carried for 2 guys. One comes on Saturday, one comes on Sunday. So I tried and helped them because on a free days, I went to the driving range and I lie down there. This pro, his name was Eric Moore. I didn't know much about golf, but I liked the way he addresses the golf ball. And
I want you to tell me a little bit more about Eric Moore, but I got to take a quick break when we come back, because this is the beginnings of you falling in love with golf.
That's correct.
Get epic clarity even in low light with nightography and extend the fun with the all-day battery when you get the Galaxy S23 FE. Get it now for $569 per month for 36 months on an MTN Megatalk or Megagigs S plan. Or trade in your device and pay $369 per month. T's and C's apply. Visit an MTN store or mtn.co.za now. What are we doing today? MTN.
Seize the chance to win your share of 2 million rand every month with Spinner Zonke prize drops. Stake 2 rand or more on selected pragmatic play games every Tuesday and Thursday between 8:30 and 10:30 p.m. Hollywood Bets. Take a spin with us. T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bet supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
Mom, are you a magician?
Why?
Because you make one little cup of Tastic for the whole pot when it's cooked. You must be a magician.
With Tastic, you could win your share of 500,000 Rand because there's always more in every pot. Buy any Tastic parboiled and any other Tastic rice. Dial star 120 star 2929 hash and follow the prompts. Remember, keep your till slip. T's and C's apply. Tastic, perfect every time.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
Linda Mtambo, captain at Kukuna United, is wearing what I can describe as how do I describe this outfit?
This is simple.
Simple. Linda, have a listen.
Linda, lo mama akho okhulumayo. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthi ubuyele ebholweni after a long injury. Ujabulisa ama-fans, ujabulisa mina, ujabulisa iqaphu yakho isikhukhwini. I thank you very much.
Hi baby, it's your spouse Mamtambo. I know it wasn't easy, but your hard work and perseverance paid off. We are proud of you and we love you. Mwah mwah.
Hello Teddy, Nati. Congratulations. Good to be there for me. I love you.
Are you okay?
I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't sure team I hope one day I'm
6 to 7 p.m. Hashtag Throwback Thursday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Powered by SABC Sport.
It's exactly 24 after the hour 6. It's one of those days where you need to make sure you stay tuned on to Metro FM. At 7 o'clock, Faith Mangope does come on with Metro FM Talk, and it's a roundtable conversation. I see outside of me, it looks like it's the voting station already. Lots of people wearing the different regalia of the political parties. They are here with many political parties. I can't begin to name them because there's so many. Are going to be here with their leaders as they share with you their manifestos and their promises and what it is that they plan to do for you to help you ease into the choice of who it is you're going to be voting for. Right here, though, on Sports Night Amplified with Andile, I have with me Theo Manama. He is a Grand Slammer, but we're talking the story and we're taking it from where it all began. This is a man whom many in the world know too well, a Tiger Woods, a Gary Player, and I can mention so many. Know the man that sits across from me. And I've often heard from those that we've spoken to that he's one of those that apartheid South Africa robbed of a bright future. We're taking the story to when he just started. You're a caddy and you begin to fall in love with the sport that you work. As a black person in South Africa, you aren't even allowed to be the one that's playing. You can only work and caddy for those that are playing. Yet you're falling in love with the sport.
Yeah, Very much so. So I really fell in love with it. I would lie down there and listen to Eric Moore, what he says to the people they come in for golf lessons.
So the other white people are going for lessons.
Yes.
And you would get close enough to hear. Okay.
What he's telling them, what you do when you take the club back, what you do when you take the club down.
So you're getting informal free lessons here.
Somehow.
Yes.
Yeah, but unpaid ones.
Unpaid ones.
Yeah, so anyhow, then sometimes there's what they call a course lesson. So the person will come to Eric Moore, wants 9-hole golf lessons, and then he charges them, and I get a chance to carry the golf bag of Eric Moore.
So once again, more lessons.
More lessons, and I learn more. Yeah, so that's how it was. Then my parents in 1960, they moved to Soweto, Diepkloof. Yeah. Now there I was grown up a little bit. I looked like a man, and I had a golf bag.
You're 16, 17 now.
Yes. So really played a lot.
Hold on, did you say you have a golf bag?
Yes.
With clubs?
Yes.
From where?
You mean now?
No, then.
Oh, asking. He's a good carry man. If you have something at home there, man, in the garage, give him something.
So a club from this one, a club from that one, a bag from that one.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you've got a full set.
You've got a full set, even though might be not from the same company.
Yeah. So it's
mixed, but
yeah.
it's a set.
Hey, I know those ones. Yeah. And as golfers, you want them to be all the same.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, here are your clubs now. So you start playing.
I start playing. One thing I can tell you, my mom said to me one day I was going out, says, Theo. I said, yes, Mom. She said, be careful, my son. I hear this thing is only played by whites. Yeah. So I said, nah, things are changing, Mom. So anyhow, I carried on playing like that. I won my first tournament in 1968.
But how are you in a tournament? Because black people are not allowed to play golf in South Africa.
Exactly.
How do you get into a tournament as a black man?
Yeah, we called it a tournament. It was totally different from the white golf courses. Proper laid out golf courses with sand and all that. Ours was what we called, the white golf course, they call it a green, where there's a flag. That flag,
that's the green, yes.
It's where the hole is as well, So it's grass, it's been cut, nicely level. We didn't have that. We had, for us, it was just sand. It was sand. It's hard to believe. This was sand, and then we dug out a small hole where we put an empty gem can,
Oh, wow.
That was our hole. And the biggest problem was on the lawn, you have to have the right movement and you just touch it. But on sand, you actually had to hit it.
Like when you're getting out of a bunker almost.
Yeah. Hit it maybe 3-4 times harder than you would on grass.
On grass.
Yeah. So, but I won that's the kind of a tournament that I won in 1968. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, oh wow, so there you go. Now you're playing. When did you realize that, hey, not only am I now playing this sport, and I'm playing it in the worst kind, because it is such it's such a sport that is finessed. You need to finesse golf. You don't hit golf. You finesse it. You are playing at a point where you are hitting, and it's a little bit rough. So when do you realize, hey, I'm actually good at this? When do people around you say, hey, you're good at this?
Yeah, people started talking about how good I am. I'm scoring well, and I'm driving this ball very far, further than most of the players, So Then it spread out a little bit there and there. Hey, Theo Manama, new guy. Hey, Theo. So once or twice in a year, the organizers, which were the older people than myself and Vincent Chabalala, Richard Mokwarani, just to mention few guys who were doing quite well at the same time with me. And they would organize a tournament in a proper laid out golf course, like we would call it the white man's golf course. You know, they would organize that. And yeah, we once we played there. So things were starting to change a little bit. Then few golf courses allowed us to come and practice on Mondays. They called it a Caddy's Day.
Caddy's Day, yes.
Caddy's Day.
I mean, there's still Caddy's Days till today.
Yeah, it is. Because the crowd that was there over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, now Monday must be cleaned up. They call it a Caddy's Day. Then they were allowing blacks to play in their course. It was very difficult while you're trying to play. The sprinkler, they put the sprinkler on and wets you all over. You know, it was very difficult. But I'm one of those who never gave up on this sport, because sometimes we come now to this golf course, we find the greenkeeper, the man who's looking maintenance, the golf course, and he's standing on the gate like this, and he says, guys,
no, not
sorry,
today.
Not today, you can't get in here. So we ask, what's the problem? He says, because we put special muti on the greens. And we were young guys. We just got the fares of the bus from Soweto to town here and then back, just like that. So you find that...
with this golf bag up and down.
Yeah.
When everybody's playing football.
Yeah. Football... I just started understanding football now.
Hey?
Yeah, the story is a little bit cockeyed. I would like to talk about.
So you didn't understand football then?
No.
You're only starting to understand football now?
Yeah. Exactly.
But when it comes to golf, you know the rules more than most people on earth.
Yeah. That. Even though I'm saying it myself now, that I'm very good at.
I want to wrap up the part where you're playing golf. You never got to play at the highest level. You never got to challenge, in your prime. Yeah. You never got to challenge and test your skills, even though the whole country could see that you were really good. You never got to test it against the really good white people in official tournaments. That's something the system, apartheid, and who we were as South Africa then stole from you.
Yeah, because what happened is when we asked the white committee members, the players, why can't we play with you guys? They said the government doesn't allow it. So we had those committee members. Then they went to talk to the government. The government says, we have nothing to do with this. It's a private sport. So we didn't know where to turn on. But then the PGA, which stands for Professional Golfers Association, they had some talks because there was problems even for white South Africans when they go and play international.
Yeah,
they say
it was an
you're
international
coming
block,
from an apartheid country.
Yeah.
So they were not really welcome. So what they did, each tournament they would allow 6 blacks to play, just like that. And they made an order of merit for those guys who they were letting to play, like as I'm one of them. Then at the end of this term, they would check us only blacks on the order of merit, who has done great and whatever. I was one of those. Then we were automatically became members of the PGA. That's
But
when
you weren't checked against the white guys playing the PGA. So your honorarium sitting at the bottom, you were
Yeah.
checked against the other black guys. You were never scored against the white guys that were playing in the same tour.
Well, we were, but we came nowhere because remember I said our greens was sand.
So you had to
Theirs is
relearn golf again.
Exactly. It was exactly that we had to relearn everything afresh. Yeah.
So then the one thing that you ended up doing, that you still do to today, the thing that took over your life was the rules of the game.
Yes, because I saw that the playing side, there's no future because of the apartheid. We're getting nowhere. It doesn't matter. We found a friend, myself and a friend in near Diepkloof. It was an open space there. So we put some golf balls there to practice. And then here came the police van. Stops there, says, "Ja, wat doen jullie hier zo?" I say, "Nee, ons oefen my was. Oefen wat? Ons oefen golf." He said, "Nonsense." They opened the doors, threw us in with the golf clubs and everything. They took us to Orlando Police Station. We were very lucky that when we got to Orlando Police Station, the captain was a golfer. And he said, "Jesus, lost the lady men, they've done nothing wrong. Just let them go back." Now, they brought us with the van there, and now we want to walk back with the golf bags and everything. And this time we're not going to be paid for.
We laugh, but it's not funny. You know, we laugh now,
funny,
but you know, it's one of those things we can look back at and laugh. But that's a hardship of a black man in his own country many years ago.
Yeah.
Talk to me about,
Then the one thing at that point, it was 1973. The tournament was called Lexington PGA.
Lexington was the cigarette, was it not? What was
yes,
the cigarette, yes.
Lexington, yeah. It was playing here at Wanderers next to the rugby stadium or something.
The cricket stadium, yes, Wanderers, Wanderers Club,
Yeah. So in 1973, I'm one of the black guys who played into that tournament. And to my surprise, I did very well. Very, very well. I finished in the top 15. So, see, a golf tournament plays 4 days.
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday, you're playing to make it to Saturday and Sunday. That's right. So I got to play all 4 days on that tournament, and I finished in the top 15. Minister of Sports that time, it always amuses me. I feel good about it. I don't know why. But the Minister of Sports at that time, it was near Pete Korenhoff.
Pete Korenhoff.
Good Pete Korenhoff. It was always made me laugh, enjoy it. Yeah. Then from there on, we were playing, and Vincent was good.
Shabalala, yes.
Yes. Then came up Papa Sigola, the Indian guy. Pete passed before his time, but was really a great player.
You then said, "I can't ever play the game I love and showcase my talent at the level that I would like to."
Yeah.
But then you fell in love with the rules of the game.
Yes.
You studied the rules of the game. And even today, you're world renowned for your knowledge of the rules of the game.
That was really an uphill. I must be honest with you, it was an uphill because when I got into the rules, I passed. The first time I failed. And then the second time they came around, I passed. So the white players, some of them made it clear that I must hear what they're saying. Like, "Oh, Theo is hopeless. he doesn't know a rule to save his life.
So you can't officiate them.
Yeah. And he sets the golf course like our grannies are playing. You know, that was, it's actually insulting. Okay. But went on, and then one time, we were playing a tournament, and I asked the chairman of the players' committee. I said to him, "I'm asking you to put me under general. When this is over, I would like to talk to the players." He says, "About what?" I said, "Well, I want you in there as well, so you'll hear everything what's going on."
I want to hear what you said, because I'd love to hear that, and then, you know, share with us some of the great tournaments that you've since officiated, some of the great names that you've had the pleasure of officiating. Let's take a quick break first.
Hotspot Nyana Antona? Jan, when you've got the power to connect with prepaid LTE. I'm talking sports highlights while you pay shops in more. Streaming your way to the front of the voting queue. And get this, 100 gigs goes for only 399 rand. Also, he says agent when I'm No, it's just, I just don't want to be a hotspotting agent wire.
Anyone can stay connected for less while on the go. Here's to the next 30 years of giving you more for less. Deal available only on SA's most reliable network. T's and C's apply. Further together, Vodacom.
Get more for even less with your new Spar Rewards card. Shop red and save green with 150 million rand in savings. Get 500 grams Spar macaroni or spaghetti. Buy any two for only 28 rand. Or 500 grams Spar red or smoked Viennas for only 39.99. Prices valid from 11 to 24 March. T's and C's apply.
Nazo, and that's why we shop at Spar.
Fly better to your next holiday. Book your flights with Emirates to a holiday in Dubai, London, Istanbul, or Paris. Look forward to delicious regionally inspired cuisine, enjoy free-flowing premium drinks, and relax to your favorite movies on the way. Because it's not just about the destination, it's how you get there. This year, fly Emirates. Fly better.
Hashtag Throwback Thursday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Powered by SABC Sport.
It's 6:43 on the Mighty Metro FM. This is Sports Night Amplified with Andile. I am Andile Ngube. In about 20 minutes from now, 17 minutes in fact, Faith Mangope comes on with Metro FM Talk, and it is a round table discussion. The political parties that are going to be on the ballot paper, which you will be putting your X on, are all outside. They're going to be gathering here in order to talk about what it is that they intend to do for you. They've got Faith Mangope, of course, who's going to be running that talk there. So we'll be out promptly at 7 o'clock. But firstly, we still have with us greatness among us, Theo Manama, who's talking to us about all things apartheid South Africa and what it took. You know, we're basing it on golf and yourself, but it's many more. It's many more in different sporting codes. We left the story off at a point where, you know, you're officiating now. You've learned the rules of the game and you've decided, I'm hanging up and I'm putting these clubs away as a player because it'll get me nowhere. The laws don't allow me to play, but they'll at least allow me to officiate.
That's right.
The golfers are swearing at you as you're officiating them. You then ask for a meeting and you say, hey, I'd like to address you. What do you say? I mean, this is a black man speaking to white people.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I felt that I had guts to say what I had to say to them. And I told them the rules are, it's a thick book, very thick book, and every rule has a number. So, and I spoke to them, I said, gentlemen, I hear your complaints and everything, but it is not true. It is not true, not at all. Because I know the rules. After I give you a rule, I check it in the book. And sometimes if you're not happy, what I do, I open the book and get the rule and give it to you and say, read that rule and the question and the answer below. And they do that. And that's how they started believing me little bit by little bit. And I said to them again, every rule has a number. I can quote the numbers to you. That And Rule 24-2, this is an immovable obstruction, so if you're standing on it or your ball is on it, you are entitled for relief. And here's the procedure of the relief. Then I show them the procedure of the relief. I say, once I do that, I can hear some of you say, hey, Theo is good, eh? He knows his rules. But then when I come to Rule 15, which says absolutely no relief, you playing the ball as you find it, you playing the
as
ball
it lays.
as it lies, you know, then Theo doesn't know the rules. You don't like me because you are not getting relief. But it's not me, it's the rules. One will give you relief, one does not. And that's how it goes on.
And that's how you got your respect.
And that's how I got my respect. In 1990, I think it was, I got a letter of invitation to officiate in Germany. Hey, I was shaking with happiness and saying, Germany, I might not come back. I don't know. You know. So now I managed to go there next to this company. I remember the company's got a very expensive logo. Anyhow, started working there for the 4 tournaments, for the 4 days. And then I'm standing one day near, just on the outside on the door of the clubhouse, and I hear this guy is busy saying, hey, Morgan. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on with this Morgan, you know? So then that gentleman decided to tap me on the shoulder, says, hi, Morgan. And when I turn around, one player says, he says, good morning.
Oh!
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before you carry on.
Yeah.
Do you know who Selwyn Nathan is?
Yes.
Who's Selwyn Nathan?
Selwyn Nathan is a very, very good man. He's got golf together. He's helped. We've had sleepless nights with Selwyn trying to get South Africa to have one PGA. He was there with us. When I say with us, black players who were a little bit known, like Theo Manama, Vincent Chabalala. Yeah.
So it was one of those. It was a good man.
He was a very. He was.
When last did you talk to him?
They're busy now, but I think it was a month ago. I had a meeting with him at his office.
Selwyn.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm great, thank you.
I'm sitting here with Theo Manama, and he's telling us the story of his life. You know, very important on this day in particular, and he always mentions you as one of the people that were part of this journey.
Does he ever tell you that I wouldn't give him the ruling that he wanted in 1970?
He skips that part. But Selwyn, you know, what can you tell us about this man? You know, there's a lot of young black kids that are listening that have it a lot easier than what he did, but he's a forerunner, isn't he? He's one of those that were groundbreakers, and we just want to celebrate him today.
Well, I think that's absolutely right. I mean, the man's officiated at every major championships, World Golf Championships, Olympic Games. He's got a CV of hundreds of tournaments that he officiated at. He was, he was one of our most special members, and, you know, even the PGA of South Africa made him an honorary life member. He's in the South African Golf Hall of Fame. So he must have done a pretty good job to get where he did, and he must have also not made any enemies on the way. So I know the man very well, and we've spent over 50 years dealing with each other, and we never stuck our fists up ever, and we always found a solution. And he's just one of those kind of people that have made a difference to golf in South Africa and to sport in South Africa, because it's not about what he could do for himself, it's what he could do for the game. And that's why he's celebrated in so many ways and in so many different countries around the world, and that's why he's so respected.
Oh, Selwyn, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for that piece. I really appreciate it. You've got him all emotional here. I can see...
Can I just say something? How old is he now?
81.
He's 81, turning 82.
You see, now you ask him how easy it is to beat his age now.
Oh, man.
All right, well, I'm so glad you celebrated, and he's a special man, and you know that today we have the second generation Manama as one of our tournament directors and rules officials on the tour. And, I mean, we're going to have, please God, another 50 years of Manyamas around, and they've been a great asset to our game. And I can tell you that Theo is still very respected and still very welcome anytime he's around us, and he knows that as long as he's around, we'll have an interest in what he's doing, and please God, he should live to 110.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. That's Selwyn Nathan there coming through. People have these stories to say. I mean, when we were going to do the show and we're speaking to the family, everybody was wanting to come on and say nothing but things like that about you. You're celebrated all around the world. And I felt like not enough South Africans knew who you are. I mean, I see the pictures of you with some of the game's greatest. Where did you meet Tiger Woods?
That picture, we were in the White House in America.
You were in the White House?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing in the White House, Steve?
We were invited.
By who?
By the president.
Which president?
I better not go too far.
I think it was George Bush that wasn't president at the time. He was in office, yeah?
Yeah.
So he invited you.
Yes, they invited all the rules officials and the players of same side. The tournament was called the President's Cup.
The President's Cup, yes.
Yeah, so there must be a president on that tournament. And then there was the American team. Then the other one, they called it international.
Yeah, which is the rest of the world almost, yes.
Yes, the rest of the world, because there was not really, except European, that could challenge America straight away.
Wow, so you got to meet the president, you got to meet Tiger Woods, you got to officiate Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Incredible.
There's one little story that I got to tell you.
Please, go for it.
Is that as we're talking about my age now, well, I don't feel that age in any case. But what I've done is, with the help of Selwyn Nathan, is to register a golf academy.
I saw, yes. Tell us more.
Yeah, and then golf foundation. So this is my legacy. And this is what I want to give out today. I get questions of saying, why blacks are not making it on the Sunshine Tour. So that's why I've registered this golf academy and golf foundation. As much as we need a bit of help, cash help, get the youngsters out of the streets.
And onto the courses.
Onto the golf courses. I'll teach them everything I know. It's everything in playing and everything in rules. That he will decide
what he wants to pursue.
Which one he wants to pursue.
What's the foundation called?
It's called Theo Manama Golf Foundation.
Theo Manama Golf Foundation.
Yes.
Where do you guys play out of?
We are we're launching it on the 26th of February at Observatory Golf Course.
All right. Have a listen to this.
Hello, Daddy Likaim, Nkiswela. Congratulate Daddy, we are very, very, very proud of you and we're happy Kalina. Literally very proud. And le khalene ranger le proud. Bjele ka bana balena. Daddy, very, 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 very proud. We're proud. I didn't go bulela maka. le re dirile gore re be proud ka dilo ka moka tse le di diang ka dilo ka moka tse le di dirileng le tse le di diang le tse le sa tlang go di dia. And we are wishing you all the best.
Hold on. I've got one more for you.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Muchachi Manama. As a daughter of Theo Manama, I am very proud of my dad's work. I am very proud of him. He is very passionate about golf, and he played professional golf from like the early 1970s to 1989 on the Sunshine Tournament. Daddy, I'm very proud of you and all the work that you have done and all the people that you have motivated to play golf. Many people back in the days, many black people back in the days did not even know much about golf or were not even interested. But my dad changed that game, changed that rule. Many people are now interested. Many people are now able to play as professional golfers because of my dad. To be honest, Theo Manama is not just only a golf legend, but he is a great mentor in golf.
Theo.
I don't know what to say. Just too proud of these two girls talking like that about me. I knew they care about what I'm doing, but I didn't know that they've gone so far to know what I'm doing. I thank them very, very much for the words, for what they've said. Thank you, girls.
Theo, this was to say thank you to you. There's politicians who did a lot for us to be where we are. There's, leaders of faith who did a lot for South Africans. But there's people in sport who were in the trenches as well. And we are who we are in this country because of people like yourself. Today was to let the country know that there's Theo Manama. And that's a name you must remember and never forget. We appreciate you, we love you, but more than anything, we see you. Thank you for coming to us. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's very important to be recognized while you're still alive. That's another thing for me. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Theo Manama, he's out of here. It's exactly 18:58. Don't have much time for our giggles, unfortunately, today. And I can't even see her because she's not in front of me. We have set up a town hall almost in the roundtable discussion we're having. And Faith is going to be leading that alongside other leaders. Faith, are you able to hear me?
I am able to hear you. Are you able to hear me?
I am. Please, without much ado, what do you have going on? I mean, I can see that it is a great setup that Metro FM as well as Metro FM Talk have put together for today. I need to hear this more than anything, to hear where my vote is going. What do you have going on?
Well, it's definitely going to be one of those evenings, and where we get to actually expose.
All right, we're going to stop it right there, but you can join Faith in about a minute as she talks you through what she's got coming on over the next 2 hours. Remember, this is almost like an outside broadcast. It's not in the studio that we're in now. It's just in the court of the SABC. So if there are any negligent matters, don't worry. We'll sort it out in just a bit. We've got to get out of here. From myself and my astute guest, whom I have so much respect for, and whom I hope that from today onwards, when you list the greats, the Chakile Nzimandes, the Jomo Sonos, whatever sport that you speak of, he makes your list as well as a great South African. Theo Manama, Olepara, Pela Pela, Nansomi.
Metro FM is proud to support Human Rights Month. Join us in promoting respect, dignity,